An Oklahoma representative named Justin Humphrey proposed a bill to force women to get a man's approval before an abortion. Damn. So here's what he said to The Intercept. I believe one of the breakdowns in our society is that we have excluded the man out of all of these types of decisions. I understand that they feel like that is their body, but I feel like it is a separate. What I call them is you're a host. And you know when you enter into a relationship, you're going to be that host, and so you know if you pre-know that, then take all precautions and don't get pregnant. So that's where I'm at. I'm like, hey, your body is your body and be responsible with it, but after you're irresponsible, then don't claim, well, I can just go and do this with another body, when you're the host and you invited that in. I don't think this guy understands the damage he does to his own cause by talking. It's like, what's that guy's face again? Todd Aiken, I think his name is. I think that was it. Where he spoke about legitimate rape. He was like, I think he was against an exception for abortions even when there's a rape that happened. And then when they asked him why, he's like, well, if it's a legitimate rape. And people were like, legitimate rape? So these guys, man, they don't know how extreme they are. They really don't. Like, look at how fucking crazy you sound. He didn't even realize he just dehumanized the shit out of women. Yeah, okay, look, I get it. Your body, right, I get that. But, I mean, let's keep it real. You're a host. A host? Yeah, you're just hosting the kid. That's my kid. That's the next generation. So it's like we could discard of you afterwards. Like, you're just the host. You're just the incubation fucking chamber. And then the thing comes out here, and then we're done. You can go away now. Look, man, I cringe at this. And as everybody knows who's listened to the show for an extended period of time, this is another issue where I consider myself a centrist. I consider myself a moderate. I say that a lot nowadays, but it's true. On the issue of abortion, I always said that I agree with Roe versus Wade. And Roe versus Wade is actually a very moderate, a moderate court decision. It is technically. It's not legislation. But the idea is, okay, it's a right for a woman to have an abortion up to a certain point, and then after that point, the individual states can regulate it as they see fit and as they deem appropriate. So like late-term abortion, most states say, no, you can't get a late-term abortion unless it fits into these, these specific exceptions, like if there was a rape, or if there was incest, or if the life of the mother is in danger, or if the fetus won't make it either way because there's a defect. So that's what I agree with. I think you draw the line at like when the nervous system is developed and the fetus can feel pain, and then after that, only the rarest exceptions like I just laid out for you. And I think that's the right approach. That's a moderate approach. But look at how far away this guy is. See, we're having an actual discussion about abortion and, hey, where do you draw the line? And let's think about this. And how do you weigh the rights and the independence and the individuality of the woman versus at what point are you talking about actually inflicting harm upon this entity that will become a human? That's a real discussion on abortion. Look at the point he's making. Off the fucking spectrum. You're really a host, and the idea is to have a man approve it whenever they want an abortion. Yeah, you gotta get the approval of the man. Approval of the man? What are you talking about? So, it's you're 2 weeks in. I override your decision to, terminate the pregnancy. And by the way, does this approved morning after pill too? Who knows? Who fucking knows? Who knows? I think women should flip this logic back on guys like this and say, well, look, man, you want to go back that far to like the moment of conception? Now it's a person. Everybody's a person. Shut the fuck up. Everybody shut the fuck up. It's a person, and he has full rights and Second Amendment rights, and I'm going to go buy him a rifle right now. Well, why not flip it back on this guy? Look, man, I just want to let you know, anytime you want to jerk off, you got to go talk to, your significant other first, and she has to approve it. Because, you're jerking off, when you nut, you're killing millions of potential babies. That's what you're doing. So, if you want to say, hey, I get to choose whether or not you get to have an abortion or terminate the pregnancy or whatever, well, then we're going to flip it back on you, and she gets to say whether you're allowed to jerk off. And hey, maybe there are some significant others who say you're never allowed to do that. So you only get to come for procreation. You open this door, they're just walking through it. So no, stop being ridiculous. On some level, you have to know that's a ridiculous thing. Like, come on, really? Anytime an issue arises, you got to prove it with the man. I mean, that's like treating women as property. I mean, that's some real old school shit. And what's hilarious is these are the same people who, and we discussed this story, I think it was in Arkansas recently. They propose a bill just like this, and then the next day they propose a bill. We're against Sharia law, so we're proposing a no Sharia law bill. So they say no theocracy if it's Muslims, but we're going to pass our own theocratic-like bills. There was another one, it was attached to that bill, that it was like, we're defining marriage as between a man and a woman. So in a bill where you're saying we can't have theocracy, you're putting in your own theocracy. They're so stupid, I can't take it. It's the same thing with this garbage. So, God, Justin Humphrey of Oklahoma, go away. That's all I have to say to you.